Alright, so today I'll be doing a replacement on the steering wheel for my E34 525i 95 because of this. So I got another steering wheel and I'm going to be swapping them today. So first thing I did was disconnected the battery, which is right there if you guys didn't know. And now I'm pulling off the airbag, which is a T30 Torx. I tried to use a screwdriver originally, but it didn't work. And the bolts are not reverse threaded, they're regular threaded. It's just you're going from behind. So make sure you have it set to loosen, but it looks like you'll be tightening them from the backside. Now, tools you can use one like this. You could possibly use a screwdriver, but to initially get it set in there is a little difficult. But you can feel it click in, and then you'll be able to start turning it once it does. So the screws are not going to come all the way out, they'll only come out just for a short distance because they're integrated into the steering wheel, but once you have them loose, you should be able to just pull the whole thing out. And as you can see here, we have two connections. We got one for the actual horn, which is right there, and then one for the airbag, which is here. And they both just pull right out. So there's your airbag, and there's your horn connection. After that, what you want to do is you want to center the wheel and take a breaker bar and start loosening the center nut, and then take that bolt out. You also want to remove this cover here, which is held in at the top and bottom. Just pull that off, and you also want to get the grounding wire, which is also a T10. Now that you pulled your wheel off, now you want to get the clock spring off so you can put it on your new wheel, and those are a T10 Torx. So you simply remove those, and then we'll be moving on to the other wheel. With the new wheel in place, you want to line up your clock spring and then start putting the bolts right back in, or the screws, and then tightening them down. Now if you can see, there's an alignment mark right there. There's an alignment mark for the actual steering column and one for the wheel. You want to make sure those are aligned properly. And also, of course, don't forget to feed the wires through whenever you do the clock spring. Make sure to tighten down your ground wire so that your horn and airbag will work. You can also now put your plastic cover back on if you so desire to. That just goes there. And there's some alignment holes right there. That goes in. And that is now good. Now go ahead and thread in your steering wheel bolt. And make sure to tighten it down to good and tight. You don't want it to come off. Now make sure to plug in your airbag wire and your horn wire, and once you do, go ahead and put it back on there, and then we'll be tightening down the bolts. Now that you got your bolts in and tightened, go ahead and test it out. Make sure the horn works, make sure everything else works after you connected the battery, and then of course turn signals, and they're not doing anything crazy. And that's really it.